Welcome to Mary. How can I be assistant today?
Hiya, I've got two things. The first thing is, last time Very dropped the PlayStation 5, I'm a customer of Very's, as you know, and yet I had to wait for a stranger on YouTube to tell me how to get in to place my order for the PlayStation 5. And by the time that happened, he was an hour late and it was already gone. And I was wondering why that happens, where you can't just put PlayStation 5 console in Very and it doesn't come up. You have to put a special code in.
Okay, so what happens is that the item, when it's available to order, it shows on the website. That's why you need to keep on checking on the website.
Yeah, I did do that, and then
the item will be available.
Yeah, but this is what happened. It went, we had to put 5//this/consul/with/optional/extras/1600568 before we could get in. And a guy on YouTube showed us it. By the time we put all that lot in, and on top of that, he was an hour late, we didn't even get verified that Very was dropping their PS5s, and we're customers. And I was just wondering.
I can understand, however, for this item, what happens is that the item is a quick seller, right? And then we do notify when the item is going to be in stock.
Well, I didn't.
On the website.
But we didn't get no notification. It was, this guy had to go through a lot of stuff, phone Very, and Very gave him this code to put in. Then he put it on YouTube. So I was like, hold on a minute, I'm a Very customer. I would have been emailed. So I went into my emails, nothing. I tried to contact Very.
Yes, you will. So what happens is that we advertise this on the Very's website. We don't send out customers emails saying that the item is going to be available. That's why it's good to check on the item, and then we do notify on the website.
So are you saying the website, not the app?
At this stage.
So are you saying on the website,
on the
not
website, on the
Very website, but not the app? So it's not on the app, it's just on Very website.
Yes, we do notify on Very website when the item is going to be available. We let you know that on this day the item is going to be available and the time, not on the website. Sorry, not on the app.
Right.
The website,
right. That's, see, because I'm on the app. Could you tell me the website's address so I can make sure I've got it in?
It's www.very. This is the Very website.
So it's just www.very.com or .co.uk?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes, and then what you can do, let me just double check again. Because you can just, if you go to Google, you can just type in Very, then it will show there.
It just shows me my app. It just says open the app. It doesn't show me your website. That's why I was asking you, can I have the website address so I can put it straight in, and then I know I've got it on there then?
Okay, no, what happens is that you can go to Very, when you when you're typing in Very, that's a website, that's our website. So you just say Very on Google, then it will populate.
Right, so is it very.com or is it very.com or is it very.co.uk? Which one?
Just double check it. Double.
So it's
very.co.uk.
Right. So if I go on that, then it will tell me the date and the time it's going to drop.
Is what you can do, because for now there's no update of the item, so it won't be on the website. Right. So when it is going to be available, they will let you know there. You just keep on checking on a daily basis if there is any update.
So if it's not on today, it won't drop today.
Yes, so the best way is to keep on checking, because there's no update yet of when the item is going to be back in stock now.
Right. Do you know when they do put it on? Do they put it in the morning ready for the afternoon, or did he just randomly put it on and say you've got 5 minutes? Did it give us a chance at least to sort of, you know, because it goes fast?
They do notify. They do notify maybe a 2-day or day after they notify that the item is going to be in stock. It's going to show on the Webberries website. The best way is to keep on checking because we don't know when the item is going to be back in stock now.
All right. So if it's on your website, I'm autistic, you see, so I need to understand. If it's on your website, it's normally drops the day after or the day after that.
Yes. So now what you can do, please just keep on checking.
Okay.
To show on the video of when it's going to be in stock.
Okay, let me just put it in so while you're on the line. So, because like I said, I'm autistic, you see, so things don't do properly. So .co.uk. And it says PS5. Do I press that one?
Yes, you can just keep on checking on that. When it is available, then they will let you know. So if you click on PS5, you will see that it shows that it's not available now.
Okay. It just puts me back onto my my app.
Yes, because now the item is not in stock. That's why it does that. The item is not in stock. It's not going to show on the video.
Oh, right. So all I need to do is just keep to the very.com pre-orders or something like that, and it should put me back on the website.
Yes. Yes, whenever it's going to be available, it's going to show on the website.
Not on the app.
Yes. On the website, you can go to the Webberries website, and you will have an update.
Excellent.
But the best way is to keep on checking on a daily basis.
Right. Thank you so much for your time. I much appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else that I can provide you with today?
No, just stay safe.
Thank you so much. Same to you, and take care of yourself.
You too. Bye-bye.
So much. Bye-bye.
Right, you guys heard it, right? So the only way, it's not on the app. The only way is on the website of Very, and they will drop saying it's coming in stock, the date and time, and it will say it's coming in stock 1 to 2 days before it goes into stock. It'll tell you the time and the date. You heard it yourself, right? So I'm trying to get on the website now. Maybe you guys will have more luck because it just keeps sending me back to my app for some reason. Maybe I have to do it online when there is no app, right? But they were very clear that there is no, it's not updated yet. So they will update it a day or two before, and they will give you the date and the time on when they're going to have it in stock, not on the app. See, that's where I've been going wrong. I've been going on the app. You need to go on the website, which is www.very.co.uk. Okay? And go on their website, not their app. And it will give you, there's nothing online. There's nothing online at the minute. Like no updates at all online at the minute for very.co.uk. So all these people that are saying, oh, it's just dropped, Very's just dropped. It hasn't, right? She said very clearly it's not updated yet, so it won't be going on today. So you can rest your mind at rest. It will not be going today. Okay, you heard it. They will tell you 1 to 2 days before. It will give you the time and the date of when it's coming out. 1 to 2 days before. Nothing more. So it won't be coming out today because, like she said, it's not been updated, the website. So keep an eye on the website, not the app, which I think stupid, really, considering you're a customer and you have the app. By the time it goes on the app, it's already sold out. So stay on their website. Don't go into the app. They said, well, you heard it very clearly. So now you can sort of concentrate on a different website. You can concentrate on a different website. And don't concentrate on what people are saying about the fact is, oh, it's going to drop today. It's not. When the website comes up, it will tell you the date and the time that very will drop. 1 to 2 days before it happens on the website, not the app. Okay, they will update it. I still can't. It still is pushing me straight to my, for some unknown reason, it's still dating to the time. And pushing me back to my app for some reason. It's not. I put www.very.co.uk, like she said, website. I've put the website and I'm getting everything else bar. It just keeps saying, go to my account, go to my account. It keeps pushing me back to my account. So I don't know why it's doing that. I might have to delete my very app and just stay on the website. You can try that if you want, but I've got it on the. This is the YouTube website. They've got a YouTube that you can follow. They've also got Twitter account. They've also got a Twitter account, but as soon as I press it, it goes back to my app. So I might have to delete my app. And I'll let you know if I delete my app, will I go to the website? But it just keeps kicking me back into the app. So she said it won't update on the app. It will only update on their webpage. And on their webpage, 1 to 2 days before PlayStation 5 drops, they will let everybody know. 1 to 2 days before. So it's not, she's checked it, it's not been updated yet, so therefore it's not going to drop today. I hope this helps you a lot, because there's a lot of people trolling and coming on saying it's going to drop today, it's going to, or it's already dropped, it's already dropped. I got one, thank you. It's wrong. Please don't do it. I know you guys might think it's funny. You might think it's immature. I get it. I get why you want to do it, to get a bit of attention, but please don't, okay? Because there's people who work hard, who stay awake, and who are exhausted, and they don't find it funny that people are shouting, oh, I've got one, and they've missed out, because it's just emotionally draining. It's not funny. It's not funny to people who have stayed up all night, who are really honest, genuinely trying to get the PlayStation 5. I get why you do it. I do. I get it. It's trolling. It's funny. Blah, 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 blah. You think it's a laugh. It gives you something to do. It makes you laugh. But look at it from the perspective of other people, okay? Just think of others for once, okay? You doing that, I don't care if you're 12, 13, 14, 10, 9, 8, I don't care what age you are, 42, 51, a fat person stuck behind a keyboard and sitting there thinking, I'm bored, my mum's upstairs, I'm a fat guy in my underwear, and I just want to troll just because I can, because I'm funny. Please don't. Just don't do it for this one. Don't do it, because there's a lot of people out there emotionally invested, mentally and physically and emotionally invested in this, that really just want one. People are saying, oh, I've got 2, I've got 3, I've got 4, I'm going to sell one. It's not fair. You're just as bad as scalpers. If you've got one, back off and let someone else who hasn't got one get one. Wait until 2 or 3 months. Wait for 2 or 3 months. Wait for 2 or 3 months when there's plenty on the shelves and that, and then go to your heart's content, okay? But you know better than scalpers if you keep sitting there saying to people, you know what I mean? Oh, I got 1, I got 2, I got 3. Do you know how frustrating that is for people who wait up day and night, who don't go to school, who don't go to college, who's supposed to be online right now learning, who won't because they think it's going to drop because of the way you're doing it. And there's people out there like MTV and people out there who work 24/7 to bring you the latest news, and then people come on there and start upsetting other people. And it's not fair on their stream. They work hard. He works hard. He's got it on there 24 hours a day. He doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, but he chooses to. He or she, I don't know if it's male or female, but I'm assuming it's male by his voice. But he doesn't have to. He's using his electric bills. He's not begging you for money. He's just putting it up there to try and get as many people the PlayStation 5 as possible. He's not doing it for fame. He's not doing it for anything, for clicks, nothing. He's just asking you to be respectful. And you going on there and saying, oh, something's dropped. It upsets too many people for that stream, and it's not fair to him. Out of respect to the person who's doing this, who works hard, who stays awake, who has to put other things to one side, family matters and that to one side, to do this for everyone. Out of respect, let's do that for him and not do this on his web stream. If you just want to troll on your own site. Do it in your own time. Right? And if you're bored, clean up your house. Go shopping for your parents or grandparents or your neighbour. Do something else. But if you've already got a PlayStation 5 and then you're sitting there saying, oh, I've already got one, I'm going after a second or third one so I can sell it, you're just as bad as scalpers. And soon enough, you're going to be in the same category as the law that states that you can't do it past the price that is already put down. So if it's 500 quid, that's all you're going to get. You're not going to make any more profit. You're not going to be allowed to eventually, I've seen it. If you go onto gov.com and you go and read what they've put out, you can't make more than 50 quid profit. And you cannot put charges. It's going to cost you more to send it. You're going to end up losing a lot more money because you'll only be allowed to charge postage stamping. They're going to put a certain amount on. So it's heavy. It's a heavy thing and it's massive. It's going to cost you 50 or 60 quid to send it safely. It's going to cost you more than the console's worth in the end. And that's the way the government's going to do it because they're losing taxes. They're losing money and so is PlayStation and so is Microsoft because their consoles are both dependent on us buying it and buying all the stuff that goes with it. It's that's going to make them the money, not the consoles. They've done it since times began, since consoles have been out. They've always done it at a loss because they want you to buy the Blu-rays. They want you to buy the discs. They want you to buy online. They want you to buy the online subscriptions and account. They want you to do that for a reason, right? So they're losing out. Everybody's losing out except now people are saying, well, scalpers aren't losing out. Yes, they are. Because look at it this way, right? Only the idiot and the stupid are the ones and the people that have got more money than sense that they could buy a console for 500 and for the rest of the money give it to a charity that really needs it, that are desperate, like people who are trying to stop hunger in our society at the minute. The parents, single parents and parents with children that can't afford to feed them because they're not at school. They could put that kind of money, put that extra money towards something like that. Make yourselves feel good. If you've got that kind of money to throw around, find a charity and put it into a charity, or help streamers like MTV. Help them. Give them the extra money so they can stream and help other people get it. But people who go to scalpers are going to suffer the consequences eventually anyway because they're going to be criminals. You buy off a scalper, that's part of it. Go onto the Gov website, look, console scalpers and look down, you'll see that the law is going to be so tight, and people think, oh, the law's not going to happen. It is going to be inscripted that it's going to be for anything. Now, I'm all for people getting rare items, like if there's like a painting, a Constable painting, and there's thousands of people want it. I'm all up for that, right? And I'm talking to the scalper developers now. Why don't you work with the companies, get your money off the companies, get your money official, stop giving it to scalpers, and give your expertise, and stop the bots that you create. Show them how to do it and get paid for it legally. You can become legal. You could become heroes instead of zeros, right? Go to these companies, phone up Argos and all them and say, look, I was the one that invented the bot, not me, the person who did it. I'd be willing to show you what kind of software you need to stop them. And then negotiate with them. Go to PlayStation, negotiate with PlayStation and Microsoft and say, look, you're losing out, they're losing out. We can do it either way. Like the police in the UK started using burglars, right? And to find out how they burgle. And then what happened was the people who make the burglar alarms and make like windows and stuff actually started paying the criminals and give them a job to actually get them to build better windows, better security for people's homes. And behind it was the really good burglars. So for all yous out there, they're not interested. They're just like any other corporation. These people who make the scalper bots, they're very smart people, right? They're designers, they're technical designers, right? For games, stuff like that, right? And they want to show off their skills. They're not interested in the PlayStation 5 or sneakers or anything like that. The only thing they're interested in, why they're bragging for their bots, is so companies can get in touch with them and say, how do we stop it? What do you want? They don't want to do criminal things. They don't want to do things like scalping because, yes, scalping's good, but they want a permanent job, right? And because there's so many, like they're not interested. Oh, we're not interested. It only comes every 7 years. We're not interested. They have to make a job for themselves. And the only way to make a job for themselves is to make bots that scalp. That way, the scalpers, they don't care that the scalpers are going to be in serious debt. They don't care that the scalpers are probably going to end up with 30 or 40 machines. Go down to CEX and say, look, I've got 3 or 4 machines, sell it at a loss so they can at least pay half of their debts off. They're not going to do that. They can't write off 80% of their debts because it's not an unsecured loan. They're buying products. They're selling products, right? So people are saying online, why is it that the government won't do nothing about it? Let me tell you something, right? So each time shops and online shops sell things, government gets a tax on it, on each item, right? So these scalpers have got it in their houses or their warehouses or whatever. So they keep 100% of their profit, which means all them that should be in stores, that should be online, that should be sold, right, are not taxed. So the government has realised that they're losing a lot of money in taxing, right? And everyone knows, you hit the government in the pocket, they're not going to like you. You hit the government in their pocket, they're going to use it against you and you're going to become illegal. Okay? That's what they're going to do. Hold on a minute, guys. I don't know if you're interested, but RTX30 says that there's alert on the series PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X stocks. An alert in the UK just tweeted. The GeForce RTX 380 10 gigabyte is up. I think that's to do with the computer, the cards for the computer, right? So as I was saying, it is going to go through. Scalping days are over, right? But you know, when you buy from these companies, right, and you're getting their bots, do you realize that you're actually getting them to have a permanent job in society? That's all you're there for. You're the pawn, right? You're the one that they're going to sacrifice, because it won't be illegal for them to go to, say, Argos, who will say to them, we'll give you 20, 30,000 pounds, or the government even, to approach these people and say, what do we do to stop the bots? How do we do it? That's how it works. That's how the world works, right? I've talked to the people who make the bots. I've seen them, they're online right now saying, this is how you beat the bots. They do it in 3 seconds. Why it's still turning and you're waiting for it to go in your basket, the bots have already got it into the basket and got it done, right? So they're saying the way the websites pass on to the computer, this person wants to buy this, to pass it on to another one, to bring it back. He says it very clearly, right? I'll find you the link and then I'll put it in and mention him, right? But he's not a scalper. He's a bot developer. That's the way they look at themselves, right? Now, they need to make a market for themselves, because going through like PlayStation, or going through, especially being an English person, and you're going through saying, look, I'm a good designer. I can make I can make a new game for you. I'm a designer. I'm a creator. And they're saying, but we've got thousands of them, go away. They need to make something, just like criminals. They break into houses constantly, and then eventually they know that the government's going to go up to them, or a company's going to go up to them to make the best deterrent. They've got like the best, they can say, we've got the best safeguarding in your home, because it's done by an ex-criminal who used to burgle, and he knows all the tricks, and we now know how to make it impenetrable, your home, your castle. You're going to buy from that company, then you're going to buy from a company who hasn't got a clue, right? So scalpers are going to get it bad. They're going to get kicked between the legs, right? And they're going to be hit by all sides. So they're going to be hit by the people who design the bots. They're going to be hit by the gamers. They're going to be hit by the government. And then CEX is going to sit there going, right, we can buy your PlayStation 5s, your stock of Xbox X's and S's. We can buy them all. Yeah, but it's going to be a big loss. What are they going to do? Say no, keep it in there. They can't sell it, because it'll be illegal for them to sell. If you buy by bots, you sell it, it's illegal, right? So, because the government want that money. So the government are definitely, so you scalpers sitting out there thinking, oh, we got bots, we got loads of things. You're the pawns. You poor creatures don't know what you're about to get hit with. These people who make that software for the bots are just putting themselves out there. They're not bragging. People say, oh, look, they're bragging about their bots. They're not. They're saying to companies, look what I can do. Approach us and ask us. All they're waiting for, Argos, all you people, all you companies, all they're waiting for you is for you to approach them, so they can design a program to stop their program and become employed in your industry. That's what they want to do. That's all they want to do. And I know, because I spoke to one of the developers of one of the bots. They're not interested. They don't care if the scalpers fall. They don't care if the scalpers have put all their money in. They're not bothered. That's why they told them. They've already told them how good you're going to have it, how much money you're going to have. They don't care that they're full. They're the pawns. If you've ever played chess, right, the pawns are always the ones that are going to be sacrificed to get to what the queen and king wants everyone else to do, the bishops and everything else, right? So that's what the scalpers are. And everybody is going to sit back and laugh at the scalpers in the end. They're going to come on telling their story just to get a bit of recognition. Look, we're the victims as well. No, you're not the victims. You're the greedy people, the blind, that all you saw was cash. You didn't see, should I? You didn't put, is it ethical? You just money, 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 money. And just like a gambler, the only people that win, right, are the people that take your money. As a gambler, you never become rich, ever. And this is what's happening again. But with the scalpers, they're sitting there blinded by their spiel, right? You get this bot now, pay 350 quid for this bot software. I promise you, you'll get as many as you want and you can sell it, blah, 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 blah. It's not illegal. They've gone, oh, if I get 3-4 credit cards out, if I put my house on a mortgage, I could pay it off by April. I could have all the money I want and pay it off. But what they weren't banking on was 90% of gamers will not do that. And the 10% that do is not enough. There's not enough. And if people don't believe that PlayStation and Microsoft did not know this was going to happen because of the pandemic, of course they knew that it was going to be shortages. Of course they did. What they weren't banking on was the fact that the scalpers were going to take their money off them as well. So they were going to lose out a lot more than what they did. See, in a normal situation without pandemic, everyone would wait outside on launch day. They would all pile up, getting excited. They would wait outside shops. They would go in, they would buy their consoles. And then each month they would stock up shelves and people would slowly go in, buy the stuff. And by 3-4 months, they'll be on there, right? But that's what they weren't banking on. So what happened was they didn't realize. But the people who made the bots aren't interested in if the scalpers go down or not. And then the scalpers have now got loads of enemies. They've got enemies from all sides. They've got the law. They've got the government. They've got the retailers. They've got quite a lot of people because the retailers are losing out. Because the more consoles they sell, the more money they get. The more customers they get. So they're losing out. So everyone's going to hate the pawns. Everyone's going to say, well, they're scalpers, they're pawns, they're nothing, right? And in the meantime, the people who have got that have designed the bots are not bragging to go, aha, look at us. They're bragging on, look at our skill. And all you have to do, they're just waiting for Argos, they're waiting for Very, they're waiting for everybody to turn around and say to them, how do we stop it? If we hire you, can you stop these bots? Of course they're going to do it. And you scalpers that have paid £300-400 pound for this software, they're going to take their money because it'll be a permanent thing, a permanent job. They'll make an agreement that it's a permanent job, that they go on their website and get protection websites. And then they'll sit there and they'll go, sod you. And you're going to go, hold on a minute, I brought this off you. You told me. And you go, Look in the small fine print. You brought that software. You've got that software. That's the end of us. We're not your best friends. We're not your protectors, nothing. We didn't say we weren't going to do another software to stop you. We just said, here's the software that'll help you get your PS5. We didn't tell you to go and buy loads and loads and loads and go sell it. We're just showing you what we can do. We're showing you our brains and our muscles. But if Argos comes to us and says, look, how much do you get from each person? You get a couple of grand. We'll give you a lot more each year for you to protect our sites. And it won't be just one, it will be a lot of sites they will have. They will go to work and make and go against you. And not only will you scalpers not only have a debt that you probably won't pay, you could lose your whole business out of, you can't claim it on the 80%. Why? Because I already asked. I went to a place and I asked, you know how you can, if you're in the UK, you can write off 80% of non-official stuff, like if you haven't got it secured, right? You can write it off. You can't write the PS5s off because they're not secured. They are a secure thing. They are a product. And because you brought the product, that means that you've got a secure loan. So you secured your loans on your PS5s. Sorry, guys, you're the pawns and use all your greed, all your shoulda, coulda, woulda. This is why I keep saying there's 3 things in life you never give. Not even if the world pulls you down, not even if the world goes against you, do you give your dignity, your pride, and your humanity. They're the 3 things that nobody can take away. You can only give. And as a scalper, they're the 3 things you give away. The most important things in the world. You've got no honor, no pride, no dignity. You just see greed and you think you're getting away. These people are smart. They try to convince you that you borrowing money was the best thing because you'll pay it back. They didn't tell you that they weren't going to work against you eventually, and that's what their aim goal is. When I said to this person who built the bot, when I said to him, he went online, you see, and he went on YouTube and he did a thing of scalpers. If you put scalpers in, he goes on there, and if you listen to him carefully, he says very carefully, I'm not here to rob off people or the government or anything. I'm just here to show people what I can do as a developer. Right? So I looked into it more. I left a message and I said, could I interview you? Because I wanted to show the scalpers. Look what's happening. They're using you because you're a pawn. They don't care if you get arrested and put in prison. They don't care if your family starve. They don't care if you end up on the streets. They don't care, because their end goal is to get a job in the big major places, and maybe even government or like NHS or something like that, where they use their skills to protect legally. That's what they want. They want a job at the end of this. But it's hard to get a job in Microsoft. It's hard to get a job in Sony. It's hard to get a job being a developer when there's so many out there learning and doing it. It's hard work. So the only way they can do it is cause a supply. So the only way they could do it is use people's greed to get their development out there. They're not bragging to say, sod yous, you're not getting. That's scalpers. That's not the bot developers. If you read carefully, it says scalpers. And then the bot people will come on and say, we're the developers and we're there to help. But you imagine they're just waiting for Argos to get sick of it, to Argos customers, to Very customers, to Littlewoods customers, to EE customers, and that say, enough, do something, and get that demand in place to do something. That they're going to go to these people. They're going to go to these people and say, how do we stop your bot? What do you want to give us a program that protects our people online, to stop the scalpers? What do we have to do to stop? And then they'll negotiate. That's what they want. They want a permanent job. They're young. They're not old. If you look online, they're very young. They want a permanent job. And they think this is the only way to show off their skills. And the only way to do it, just like burglars, the more burglary that you do, the more likely you'll go on the legal side and you'll help a company. And they will be, for life, they will have a job until retirement age, helping them protect windows, do the windows, so yours is going to be the best. Eventually, Argos and like Very and Amazon are all going to sit there and go, aha, maybe we need to get in touch with them. Eventually, I'm autistic, so I think outside the box. But eventually, they're going to say enough's enough, and the poor scalpers that we're all going to laugh at, and I mean poor as in poor in money, not poor as in you poor things. These scalpers are going to be in so much debt to everyone that their grandchildren are going to feel it. But the people you brought the software from aren't interested in you. They want a job at the end of this. And they saw this as an opportunity. As the human nature being greedy, they saw the opportunity. And that's why they're doing it. Mark my words. You might not think it now because you're all very busy trying to get the PlayStation 5. I get that. And I hope I helped quite a lot of people not get scammed into thinking when people start saying, oh, it's going down, it's going down. And please be more appreciated of people who are online trying to help, because they do put their lives on hold. They do, to help. Do you know what I mean? And if you're going to buy a PlayStation 5 for 800, don't, and give that spare money you've got to people like that. Like MTV, he's trying his, or she is trying their best. Give them the extra money and wait. I'm telling you that they're not interested. That they don't want to do this illegal. They don't want, these people who make the programming aren't interested in doing people over. They're interested in getting a full-time job. And it's getting desperate out there, and they saw that, and they saw this is the only way they're going to come to us. I'm not going to mention their names because I'm not going to give them glory. But at the end of the day, it's the scalpers who are doing all that. And eventually they will say that, look, it's like the government, right? They say we build you a bank, right? We put the money in the bank, but we don't build the bank robber. You know what I mean? Yes, we supplied the bank for the bank robber to exist, but we didn't tell the bank robber to go rob the bank. So this is what these companies who made the bots, this is what they're going to say. We built the system, the program, so people could get there first in a situation where it's very dire because everyone's online, they can't go out. So this is what they're going to do. They're going to push it straight back onto the scalpers. It's not our fault when we built this programming that they used it for their own personal greed. That's not what we built it for. We built it to show off our skill. This is what's going to happen. They're going to sit there and say to companies, we didn't do this to bring you down or the government down. We didn't do this to make this illegal. We did this because we want a job at the end of it. And we're willing to take a company. If a company comes to us and says to us, how do we stop the bots? We will give you the software to stop the bots. We will design you a software to protect your company from scalpers. Because we didn't make the scalpers, we made the programming. We made the programming. It's not our fault that people became very greedy and used it to take more than what they should have. And that makes sense. People sit there and go, that's right. A government builds a bank in the middle of your city. They don't expect, they're not there to put money in for the bank robbers. They're there for everyone else to use. However, the bank robbers are the ones that use it, but the government would say, well, because we built the bank, does that make us the criminals? Because we put money in that bank, does that make us the criminals? No, it makes the person who did the crime the criminal. And that's how they're gonna angle it. I'm telling you now, like I said, I'm autistic and I think outside the box. And I know these people, I've watched them. They're not bad people. They're very smart people. They're very good people. They don't want to break the law. They just want a job. And they can't get into Microsoft to design games because there's loads of designers. They can't go into design like like McAfee and stuff like that, because it's already, there's quite a lot out there. So they need to find a market. But if there's no market, you have to make a market, right? So at the end of this, all the designer wants of these apps, these bots, is a job. And they're fighting over each other. You think they're sitting there and you've got you know who versus you know who. You've got another new company now that's come out, right? So you've got two companies that they can choose from, right? And I can't believe, to be fair, that Argos, the CEO of Argos and the CEO of Tesco's and the CEO of Very, and especially the CEO of Amazon, hasn't already approached these people. Because as soon as they approach them, they will stop making the bots. And not only that, but they will actually give them the stuff to stop the bots completely. And what are they doing? Are they sitting there thinking, well, I know what they want and they're not going to get it. We'll fight another way. You're not going to win. Because while you've got greed, you're not going to win. You need to go to these companies that are making these software for the bots and say, we will pay you. How can we stop this? How can we protect our customers so our customers can get the PS5, the Xbox Series X and S? How can we do it? What do you want from us to become our designer for to stop these scalpers? Because like I said, they did not do the scalpers. They did these bots to show off what they are capable of doing, right? They did not, under any circumstances, invent the scalpers. The scalpers invented the scalpers. They are using that as a weapon, breaking the law. They are doing it. They're going to say, we didn't encourage them, because if you look on their website, if you go to their website and you look, they don't encourage you to do this. They don't discourage you, but they don't encourage you to do it. They just say, this will help you get the PS5. And that's what they're going to use. Hold on a minute. Just because we invented the bots doesn't mean we told them to go out and keep robbing them and keep taking the PS5s. We didn't say that to do that. They did that on their own greed. But we'll be willing to work with companies as long as we have a job at the end of it, a full-time job, a job that I can't get sacked from or get let go from, to build against the bots that we done. Yeah, but what about all them people that paid you loads of money? What about them? They're there so we can show off. We used human nature of greed to show off. Mark my words. That's all they're in for. And I'm trying to get one of the ones that built the bots, to try and tell online what they want out of this, why they're on there. But they, at the minute, because it could come illegal and they could get done for it, they're not too keen at the minute. But I will get them, because like I said, just because the government built a bank in your area and just because they put money in it, it didn't give the bank robber, they didn't invent the bank robber, they didn't tell them to go rob them. But that's what happened with what they done. Same thing with the bots. They gave the bots, anyone could get the bots to get themselves a PlayStation 5. And that's what they're going to put. We can't help it if they abuse the software. Which, to be fair, that makes sense, doesn't it? If they build a software, it's not their fault that people are abusing that software and using that software. So how do you stop it? The big companies talk to them. The big companies say, we'll give you a job. Will you protect our customers? Will you help us stop them scalping with your software? Will you develop us a software that stops that? They're going to jump down their throats to do it. So who's to blame? The scalpers are to blame for using this stuff. Instead of just getting themselves a PS5 or their friends a PS5, they're using it to become greedy. So they're to blame. the companies are to blame because they're allowing it to keep happening each month, in and out every day. They're not stopping it by approaching this company. They can go on the website and find them and talk to them and say, can you come in? Can we have a meeting? So it's just as much as Amazon, Argos, Very, all the other big stores, John Lewis, all the other big stores, it's their fault as well. Because at any time they could contact this company and say, if we hire you full time, would you help us stop the scalpers, the greed? I guarantee they'll say yeah. Because here's the thing, if they build a software and scalpers have got it, eventually it's going to come where you can walk into your shop, April, May, you to walk into your shop and buy your own PS5. It's becoming more and more, like CEX has got quite a lot. So it's becoming more and more easier each month. More and more stocks coming in each month. Now, they're trying to put forward that it's because of the chips, it's because of this, it's because of that. But you think about how many they're making and sending all over the world. It ain't that big a shortage, is it? If they're using that amount of software. And if you think about how much the scalpers have had since November, that's quite a lot of consoles for a shortage. Do you know what I mean? And I don't hear the scalpers complaining of any shortages. Oh, we only got 2 today because of the shortage. They're still getting 300-400, sometimes 2,000-3,000. So if there's a shortage, where are they getting all that from? Do you see what I'm saying? That's 3,000 people who could have had. You think about it, since November, if each month there's a drop and there's 3,000 in each drop and 3,000 gamers get it, by now, nearly 90% of gamers would have got it. Well, that's what my care worker helped me work out. I didn't do it in my head because I don't do that sort of thing. But you know what I mean? So I hope it helped you now that when people say, oh, Very's dropped, I hope it's helped you now that you can go on their website, not the app, the website. I just got sick of people scamming because I'm watching MVTV here, right? And there's people going on there saying, I just got one from Very. Pathetic. So I said, I've had enough. I'm going to go online and find out. So I've just found out. It's on their website, not their app. It doesn't come onto app until the moment they drop. But on the website, it'll tell you 1 to 2 days before the date and time they're going to drop on their app, okay? I hope this helps. I really do. And for all you that are trying, saying I've had enough, emotionally you're exhausted, physically you're exhausted, when it comes to the unboxing, you'll have a story to tell. And in the future, you'll have a story to tell on how hard it was in the pandemic to pick up your PlayStation 5. And then you'll have your own stories and people will want to listen to them because they have their stories. But I guarantee you, in a couple more months, it'll be fine. You won't need to struggle anymore. You'll be able to sleep at night. It's coming to an end. The scalping and stuff and the rushing around and staying awake. Just hang in there a bit longer. They want you to give up. That's what they want you to do. Because then the scalpers get more money. That's why they're making it harder. And hopefully the idiot corporations at these big companies will come around and say, right, our customers are more important. And also we're losing money. So why don't we get in touch with these people and offer them a permanent job to stop the scalpers on the website with their own bots? Because 350 quid each scalper, say you've got 10 scalpers. This is how my care worker worked it out, right? So say you've got 10 scalpers that buy your bot at 350 each. They've got the equipment then. They've got the software to do it whenever they want. So they use it as much as they want. And you only get 350. That doesn't make sense, does it? When you could actually do it yourself and get the money and sell it, but they don't want to do that. See, if you were a company that was a software designer, and you wouldn't give it to the average Joe, would you, for 350? You would, if you wanted to make a lot of money and become a millionaire over this pandemic, you would have kept it a secret and done it yourself, and only had a few people in, like paid a few people to work under you. Start your company up, and then sort of like let your company get all the PS5s and sell them, and the Xbox Series X's and sell them. But that's not what they want. They needed to get the company out there. They needed to prove that they were smart. They needed to prove that they got it. So the only way they could do that is use human greed to spread the word. So they're not making a profit at the minute. The only ones that are trying to make a profit are scalpers, but guarantee they're not going to make a profit. Guarantee they're not going to make a profit. Do you know what I mean? They're not interested because, like I said, if you had a good, like, software, you wouldn't give it to the public. You wouldn't give it to Joe Public. You'd keep it. You'd scalp it for yourself. You'd sell them. You'd corner the market. You'd make billions, and then you go off. Boom, done. But they're not doing that. They're selling it for 350, so they're selling it for affordable prices of the digital. Well, you were going to pay the digital. Why not get our software for the same price as you're going to pay your digital? And then you can buy as many as you want to sell as many as you want and make a profit for yourself. Why would they do that if they could make millions and corner the market themselves and have 4 or 5 people working for them with a load of bots in a little room or in a basement somewhere? Because they don't want that. They want developers. Developers want the big companies to come forward, so they've got a job at the end of this, a full-time job. And if I'm wrong, if there's a developer out there and I'm wrong, then come on to my podcast. Come on to my YouTube channel and let's do a Zoom, and tell me why you won't corner the market and you decided to let the public in on your little thing. Come on. If you'd like to, come on. But I'm not going to hide your faces. I'm not going to hide your name. I'm not going to do that. The public has a right to know who has been making them exhausted and who's been making them sick and who's been making them stressed out through a pandemic. Okay? So I'm not going to hide your names. I'm not going to hide your company. But if you're not scared, then come on. Come on and tell me if it's not true what I'm saying. Come on and tell me. Tell me it's not true. Because I know it is. You could have cornered the market in 4 or 5 months, 5 of yous, in a basement somewhere, using your software, got loads of PS5s and Xboxes and sold it yourself and made quite a few millions yourself. But yet you decide to sell it for 350, your software, to the average Joe. So everyone starts panicking and everyone starts becoming aggressive. You're hiding behind your pawns. You're allowing them to, and then you're going to sit there and say, look, I was the developer. I didn't tell them. I said to them, this is for people who can't get the PS5 because they're working or something like that. This software was meant for that. It wasn't meant for them to get greedy and start selling it. I want the companies to call us. If the companies called us, you watch. It will be in the future, you will see them sitting there on Good Morning Britain or whatever it is, saying, well, if the companies had just got in touch with us earlier, we could have stopped it all. We could have done the software and all we wanted was a job at the end of it, and we could have done the software and helped the companies stop these scalpers using our software, because that's not what it was used for. It was used to get rare items. It's them people who are greedy. They're the ones that are doing it, not us. We just built the software. We just sold the software. You can't argue with that. Just like a government builds a bank right in your area, puts money in it, doesn't mean that they've invented the bank robber. It doesn't mean that they expect the bank to be robbed. But in your area that's had no crime, all of a sudden has a high crime of bank robbers. It's not the government's fault who built the bank. It's not the government's fault putting the money in. It'll be the bank robbers' fault. And that's the way they're going to use it. If I'm wrong, then come on and tell me I'm wrong. But like I said, I'm not hiding your face, I'm not hiding your voice, and I'm not hiding who you are and what company you are. There might be other YouTubers out there that will do that. I'm not going to do that. Because I believe that people need to know who you are and why you would do that to someone in a pandemic, regardless on what you wanted at the end of it. But there is gamers out there who are going to fight your bots. We will fight the scalpers. And for those who you pick up a £700-800 console, think about that money could go to someone in your community, a family with children at school that's not at school at the minute, who can't afford to feed their children, nurses and doctors who have bills to pay. They could use that money in their fund. And you're sitting on a £900 console that's only worth 350 quid. Think about it. If you've got that kind of money spare, save your money and give what spare money you were going to give to scalpers, give it to them. That's what makes you a decent human being. But you buying from a scalper extra money, all you're doing is you're feeding them. So in other words, you're a supporter of scalpers. And that doesn't wash with anybody in the gaming community. So hopefully that very helped. Hopefully now that all you people that are sitting there going, I got from Very, please don't do that. It's not funny. It's not entertaining, and it's not fair on the people who are exhausted. I hoped it helped. And I will be doing more of these. Like I said, if you're a designer of these bots and you want to come on and sit down and do an interview, I am more than willing to do an interview with you, but I'm not going to hide your face. I'm not going to hide your identity or your company's identity. But if you're not afraid, then come on and let my viewers ask you questions, because I'm sure they've got a lot of questions to ask you. Contact me on my Twitter account. Okay, guys, if I hear any more stuff, I'm going to phone Argos later, and hopefully I can talk to them. But now we know. Go on their website, not the app. Very, www.very.co.uk. Go on their website. And then when you're going to go out, go on the app. Go on your app, secure your PlayStation 5 from their app. But please go on their website and it will tell you the date and time of when they're going to drop. I hope this helps. And me and Guardian will see you later. I've got to go out and talk to him. He's playing in the snow at the minute. He's an Alaskan Malamute. What can I say? He's got his instincts. So I hope to help you all. And yeah, if you're an app designer, please come forward. I'd love to speak to you. Okay then, guys, you have a nice, safe day. If anything else comes on, I'll do another live stream. I'm sure you're probably going to get a lot of things off other places, but just stay safe, guys, and we'll speak soon. From Chip and Guardian's Adventures, signing out.